Devastating flash floods on the Nepal-Tibet border region have killed at least 584 people. 2 Irish citizens are among more than 2,400 people missing. They've been named as Santosh and Spandan Sahu. They were understood to have been part of a pilgrimage group visiting the Nepal-Tibet border with tour operator Alpine Eco Trek. Well, our reporter Kate Varley and cameraman Mark Ronhan are in the Nepalese capital, Kathmandu. Kate.
Yes, Tommy, well, it's been another really difficult day here in Nepal as that death toll continues to rise, and so too the number of missing. We're here at the largest hospital in Kathmandu. We've been speaking to police who say that in this hospital alone, 1,200 people have been registered as missing by their loved ones. So a really, really difficult time for families. They've been holding vigil, as we've been seeing throughout the day.
Faces, names, livelihoods, love letters. On the walls of Kathmandu's largest hospital, these missing posters have been growing hour by hour as desperate families search for news of their loved ones. But few find the answers they are seeking, like Sitaram, who is searching for his 26-year-old brother, Bhupendra.
We've been running around different hospitals and even airports around Kathmandu in the hope that my brother has been rescued and brought here. We are still very hopeful that he will be found alive.
Bhupendra is among more than 1,000 people believed to be missing after Wednesday's devastating floods. It is a list that also includes 2 Irish citizens who have been identified by Nepal's Department of Tourism as Santosh Sahu and Spandan Sahu. The search efforts to reach those missing have been extremely challenging. This video, released by Nepal's Prime Minister's office today, shows rescuers carrying workers out of a mud-filled tunnel of a hydropower project in Rasua. It's been reported that more than 350 people were pulled to safety. However, it is one story of hope amid so much despair. Earlier, Nepal announced it had deployed 1,200 additional soldiers along riverbanks to recover bodies that had travelled far downstream. And for the survivors, the scale of the humanitarian challenge is immense.
And so we are operating on still very estimated figures, but we believe that at least 93,000 people have been affected and are in great need. We're, of course, very, very concerned about the secondary flood.
For now, as families anxiously wait for updates, a major multi-agency humanitarian operation is underway. However, poor transport infrastructure and unreliable communication links continue to hamper efforts to deliver the news so many are desperately hoping for or fearing.
Now, we heard there from David Fisher from the International Red Cross about the risks from secondary flooding. And that's because of 2 new lakes that have apparently been created following that glacial collapse on Wednesday. And there had been concerns and reports earlier today that one of those lakes was overflowing, triggering, as you can imagine, huge scenes of panic. And also, rescue efforts were suspended for a number of hours because of that. Now, they have resumed in the last number of hours, but it just shows once again the scale of the challenge facing authorities here. Tommy.
A frightening situation. Kate Varley in Kathmandu, thanks for bringing us up to date.